Hello and welcome everyone to the Week Ahead Commodity Report, where we of course will be reviewing the markets for the week ahead. Now, with inflation surging at a record-breaking pace across the world, it's no surprise that commodities, they have firmly positioned themselves as one of the hottest asset classes of 2022. Data released last week that showed consumer price inflation in the USA surged to a whopping 7.5% last month from a year ago. That's the largest annual increase since February 1982 and a significant jump from the 7% inflation rate reported in December. This is now the 9th month in a row that has seen a significant jump in inflation, which once again reaffirms that the Federal Reserve's characterization of inflation as transitory over the past year was a major policy error. That will always be remembered as the worst inflation call in history of the Fed. Signs of inflation, they're growing more obvious by the day, with consumers now paying more for everything from food to housing to energy to goods to services than they did a year ago. That trend shows no signs of slowing down anytime soon. Historically, when inflation accelerates at a red-hot pace, so does the price of commodities. That's why it's no surprise that more and more traders, they're now turning to commodities to really capitalize on the huge bullish tailwinds and increased money-making opportunities seen across the entire sector. So far this year, a long list of commodities have already blasted through multi-year highs, which includes aluminium, copper, coffee, cotton, nickel, palladium, lithium, uranium, and natural gas. Meanwhile, oil prices, they've surged above $95 a barrel for the first time since 2014. They've more than doubled now from this time last year. In total, out of 27 commodities, ranging from the metals to the energies to soft commodities, they have tallied up double-digit gains already within the first 2 months of 2022. And this is just the beginning. According to Goldman Sachs, they've never seen the commodity markets this bullish before. In fact, banks, hedge funds, they are making multi-billions capitalizing on the week-to-week opportunities across the commodity supercycle, and it's not so different for the retail market. The majority of our clients at the Gold and Silver Club are utilizing our proprietary research-driven trading approach. They've already made in excess of 6 and 7 figures so far this year, and we're only 2 months into the year. Here are just some of the testimonials which have been flooding in from our clients, sharing their success and achievements. Now, looking ahead, more big moves could be on the horizon next week, with inflation continuing to dominate and really drive the markets. The biggest macro event the traders will not want to miss out on, that is the Federal Reserve's favorite measure of inflation, personal consumption expenditures data. The reading is expected to top forecast again for another straight month in a row, with a gain of 6%, which would be the largest year-over-year jump in PC inflation since the early 1980s. Also on the radar next week will be the closely watched US GDP data and consumer confidence data, as well as a host of speeches from a number of Fed speakers, which always has the potential to move the market significantly. So with that, let's move over to the charts and we'll talk you through exactly what we're looking at here as we head into next week. So firstly, with gold here, we've got gold breaking out currently to the highest levels since June of 2021. We were able to bank a windfall amount of profit on both gold and platinum in the last week, over 6,500 points banked on both of those markets. So again, for that calculation, for every 1 lot contract that you would be trading, that's $65,000 of profit. For every 10 lot contract that you would be trading, that's $650,000 of profit that we've generated here across the gold and platinum positions in 2022. Massive moves there in the last week. So platinum prices, they broke out to the highest level since November of last year. Last week, they moved over 1,000 points in 3 sessions. They're currently up over 5% in the month of February so far, and 3% in the last week. If we move back over to gold, if you have a look at it on the higher time frames, we've now had 3 weeks of consecutive gains to the upside here for gold. Again, closing up over 2% to the upside there last week, and also up over 5% so far for the month of February. You can see we've broken above the swing highs here and just closed under 1,900 US dollars per ounce. Now, we did take the opportunity last week to bank into strength strength back when we were seeing this impulse move to the upside up to 1900. We still have exposure on both platinum and also gold as we go into next week. If we do get any further acceleration above 1900 for gold, we'll capitalize, and very similar with platinum as well. What I would put on your radar, we do have a public holiday in the USA on Monday, so markets might be slightly quieter. There can be more exaggerated moves in the market as well. Going into next week on the Wednesday, we have contract settlement as well, so that can also see potential profit taking at the end of the month. Bearing in mind that as we go into next week, we likely will see some further outflows and profit taking, given that it has been such a strong month here for many commodities, especially the metals and energies. So I would expect, certainly as we get towards the end of next week, the potential for profit taking and to see that usual outflows that you get at the end of the month. Then of course the week after that we are moving into a new month, fresh inflows for March, and also the non-farm payroll data as well. So those are just a few points to have on the radar here for gold. So that just comes back to the point that we're making sure that we are banking on strength, capitalizing on the recent impulse move to the upside, leaving some exposure on as well in case we do just continue this run up above the 1900 level, which then brings me over to energies, which have had 7 consecutive weeks of gains here. So we've continued to capitalize. We have exposure on these markets so far in 2022. We've banked over 7,500 points on energies, which have effectively broken out to 8-year highs just at the beginning of last week. Again, we were seeing some profit taking later on in the week last week, but then we closed up on Friday there. And overall for the month of February, we're sitting around 4% up for the month for crude oil prices. I would certainly keep an eye on the 90 handle as we go into next week. I would be interested to see if this is just a temporary pause for crude oil and whether we're just going to slowly but surely make that move back towards the recent swing highs and break back towards $95 per barrel. Otherwise, if we close below $90 per barrel, that would then open up the door back towards $87 per barrel. We may get a bit more range-bound price action as we go into next week, but certainly I wouldn't rule out another revisit back towards 95, and we're keeping some exposure for that potential opportunity as well. With respect to gold prices here, again, we're very close towards the 1900 level. These are not optimal levels right now to be buying in. As we talked you through previously, our entries on gold are all the way down here. So we've got 1783 on gold and also 1788. Getting into those trades very early, so we're in a great spot now where our main job is just to take more profit off the table from these positions. We're not getting in right at the top of a move here. This was also the same case for platinum here as well, being very early to these trades. We built into our 5 positions down here between 931 up to 958, and then essentially if you look at the move that we've had since then, we have seen an immense move to the upside, over 1,600 point breakout that we benefited from here on platinum. Then moving over to silver. So silver has been lagging behind both gold and also platinum as well. It started to catch up some momentum here on Friday. So far for the month of February, it is up 6.4%. So we have seen a fairly decent rally over the last couple of weeks here. I would definitely keep an eye on this market for it potentially to catch up to platinum prices and also to gold prices. The other point just to bear in mind though as we go into next week is after we actually took more profit off the table with platinum, we did see a fairly sizable pullback, 2.6% there on Friday. If that starts to accelerate further to the downside and we start to see a pullback as we go into contract settlement next week and end of month outflows, you may well see something similar on silver. And again, I much prefer the lower prices back down towards $22 per ounce as opposed to buying it at the top of the move, at the top of the cycle here. That's not ideal. As you know, extraordinary times, they do create extraordinary opportunities. Right now, we're living in one of the most exciting and rewarding periods ever in history. Whatever long-term goal you're looking to achieve through trading, whether that's to create a full-time income or a second or replacement income, or just to earn a better return on your savings, then now is really the time to take action to give yourself the gift of a better 2022. Right now, you've an opportunity to make 2022 your best year yet, which based on our research, we predict is going to be a record-setting year due to all the macroeconomic events that are currently unfolding. If you want to maximize your money-making potential and thrive, not just survive in these fast-moving markets, you need to adapt your strategy to the current market conditions, most importantly, utilizing a professional, research-driven approach. In these times of heightened volatility and rapidly surging inflation, the importance of having an essential income-generating skill like trading, that has become a must-have necessity. If the pandemic has taught us anything, it's that you should never rely on just one income stream. Building multiple streams of income, it's no longer an option, it is a priority to make sure that you're inflation-proof and that you can thrive in this highly lucrative climate, not just survive. If you want to gain the ultimate edge to really supercharge your wealth in these fast-moving and highly profitable markets, you need to trade like the hedge funds, the money managers, the institutions, utilizing a professional, research-driven approach. Having access to the right data at the right time, it is the single greatest difference between ordinary and extraordinary results. The greater your data and intelligence, the greater your edge in navigating these fast-moving markets with precision, accuracy, and the highest levels of profitability. Trading like every other misguided retail trader out there, using outdated technical analysis or gimmicky technical indicators that will not work, you're guaranteed to get crushed and chopped up in these markets. You want to be utilizing data, statistics, market intelligence, using the research-driven approach. Alongside that, making sure that you understand the daily, the weekly, the monthly, the quarterly cycles for each commodity. Alongside that, the capital flows in the market, key areas of liquidity, the intermarket correlations, the ratios. Learn and understand the fundamentals, the macroeconomics, geopolitics, and alongside that, how the hedge funds, money managers, banks, and institutions are positioned in the market in real time. That will help you massively to get an edge. So with that, if you would like to join our community of successful traders, learn the research-driven approach to the market, and join our professional mentorship program, there is an opportunity for you to do so. As a member, you get access to our exclusive live trading room webinars. You get access to real-time trade ideas, access to our institutional research and market intelligence, access to our private members academy website, and also support and one-to-one mentoring. For more information, just go to www.jointhelivetradingroom.com. The link is also below this report in the description, so just click on the link, make an application, and we will of course get in touch with you ASAP. And do make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. That way you're always kept updated with all of the latest commodity reports.